10 advice from Donald Trump for young people who want to be rich and successful. A successful entrepreneur, a real estate king, a television celebrity, and the President of the United States. You may like him or hate him, but you can't deny that Donald Trump is a great guy. And of course, he has some really cool things to teach the young generation. In this video, we are going to be sharing with you 10 of the most inspiring advice from Donald Trump on how you can be rich and successful. Advice number 6 is very important, so make sure you watch this video till the end. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Advice number 1. Do not associate with negative people. If there's a single thing you should learn as a young person who wish to become rich and successful in life, that single thing should be never hang out with a pessimist. Unfortunately, our world is filled with the pessimists. Too many people don't believe in themselves nor others. Hanging out with these people will only make you like them. So what's the way out? Be conscious of people you associate with. Disconnect yourself from people who are not ambitious, positive, or optimistic. Your life in the nearest future is going to be a direct reflection of who your 5 closest friends are. Advice number 2. Do it now. Do not procrastinate. So many people have ideas of what they need to do to change their lives. They wish to start a business, lose weight, or read some good books. Almost everyone has dreams and aspirations. Unfortunately, most people will never take proactive actions towards their dreams because actions bring pains, so they procrastinate. If you really want to be successful in life, you have to learn how to face your fear and stop procrastinating. Remember, nothing will happen in your life until you start taking actions. You may be afraid of failure, and that's fine. But think about this. If you don't get out, make mistakes, and experience failures that will lead you to success, you will eventually fail, just like everyone who sits back. Number 3. Do not be scared to go against the tide. The natural human instinct makes it seem that if everybody believes in something, such thing should be right. If everyone is doing certain things, that must be the right thing to do. Psychologists call this social proof. Unfortunately, the crowd is always wrong. Don't be scared to go against the tide. Don't be scared to say no to what everyone is saying yes to. Don't be scared to pursue your dreams, even when everyone thinks you're stupid. The entire world thought the Wright brothers were stupid. They ridiculed Thomas Edison and criticized everyone who ever tried great things. They will expect you to be normal and do what everyone is doing. Don't be scared to go against the tide. Don't be afraid to fight for your dreams. Fight hard. Fight always. Number 4. Do not blame others for your failures. I learned something important when I was about 19 years old, and that is taking responsibility for my life. From that time till now, I know that my life is up to me. What do you think will happen if you can take full responsibility for your life? First, you'll stop blaming anybody for your situation. Second, you'll waste less time on social media because you'll be busy trying to create your desired future. Third, you'll read more books because you'll be curious to know how people who have achieved success did it and how you can do it. Stop blaming other people for your failures. Take 100% responsibility. Know what you want and go for. Nobody is strong enough to stop you. Nobody. Number 5. Criticism is easier to take when you realize that the only people who aren't criticized are those who don't take risk. Elbert Hubbard wrote in his book, John North Willis, "Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. and you will never be criticized. In other words, if you want to avoid criticism, do nothing and be nothing significant. If you're prepared to be successful, you have to be prepared to be criticized, underestimated, and ridiculed. Most people simply won't believe in you, even your friends and family. Some will think you're crazy, others will think you are ignorant. Pay no attention to them because they don't understand. Number 6, learn how to be optimistic in the face of challenges. You must have seen so many people who complain about everything: the economy, government, corporate America, even the weather. Most of the times, it's because these people expect life to be easy, and when they found out that it isn't, they look for who to blame. We are sorry, a significant part of your life is going to be difficult. You'll make mistakes, fail, and probably get broke a few times. How you manage periods of challenges will determine whether you're going to come out of tough times stronger or weaker. Remember what Robert Schuller said: tough times never last, but tough people do. Number 7, if you are interested in balancing work and pleasure, stop trying to balance them. Instead, make your work more pleasurable. We are all slaves of work, and by that I mean we are all going to spend a significant part of our lives working. Because work is going to take a significant part of your life, you should strive hard to do what you love. Most people are happy on Fridays because it signifies the end of their long, boring, and enduring week. You deserve a better life. You deserve to enjoy every day of the week. You deserve to enjoy your career, and you can create a business or get a job you will truly love. Yes, it may take time and sacrifices, but if you approach it as tough, as though your life depends on it, you'll get it. Number 8, without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing. Passionate people sleep less, play less, and work more, not because they have to, but because they are passionate about what they are doing. Passionate people are the only people who can change the world. Think about Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Thomas Edison. These guys who could work several hours, sleep less, and play less because their entire life are consumed by their passions. Passion gives you great strength. Strength is what you need to overcome life's challenges. Be passionate. Number 9, as long as you're going to be thinking anyway, think big. David D. Schwartz, in his book, The Magic of Thinking Big, wrote, "The mind is what the mind is fed. Your mind is not only what is fed, your life is what your mind is." In other words, if you use your mind to think small, your life will end up being small. If you use your mind to think big, it may take a lot of time and effort, but your life will end up being big. If this is true, why do we have too many people in the world who can't think big? The answer is very simple. Because most people were born into poverty and average life. They grew up allowing their background to influence the size of their dreams. I was born by poor parents. How can I ever become a millionaire? To be rich, you need someone to help you, and I don't have anyone to help me. Government is bad. Only the rich are getting richer. The numbers of excuses you can make are unlimited, but there won't be one single reason not to be successful. To achieve great success with your life, you must stop thinking from the perspective of your background. You have to fix your eyes on who you want to be and not who you are or where. If your dream doesn't scare the average man on the street, your dream is small indeed. As long as you're going to think anyway, think big. Number 10. Opportunities are endless if you open your mind. Most people believe that it takes money to make money. Some believe that the rich have taken all the opportunities. That is definitely not true. The truth is that most people can't see opportunities because they don't believe it exists. You won't look for what you don't believe exists. You can't see what you're not looking for. If you believe the opportunity is everywhere, you'll look for it. If you look for opportunities, you'll find them. In summary, don't hang out with negative people. Don't procrastinate. Don't be a coward. Stand up and take proactive actions. Dream big. Endure criticism and tough times. And don't blame others for your failures. You enjoyed this video, didn't you? Would like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.
About 3 weeks ago, I received a call from one of my friends. This guy knows that I make a reasonable amount of money from the internet, and since he hates his banking job, he wanted me to tell him how to make money on the internet. Hoping to get my friend to understand the truth, I explained to him that I am not actually making money on the internet. Instead, I built some businesses that help people, which is the reason why I get paid. If I couldn't help people in some ways, there's no way I would make money. You see, Bill Clinton said, "We cannot build our own future without helping others to build theirs." You cannot build your own future except you first figure out how to help other people build theirs. You cannot become rich except you first figure out how to enrich other people's lives in some ways. So many young people don't understand this, but you cannot get until you give. You cannot build your own future without helping others to build theirs. In the 18th century, when Benjamin Franklin lived, books were scarce and expensive. Because so many people wanted to read books and couldn't afford one, Franklin started a library in the year 1731. He then asked people to pay 40 shillings and an additional annual subscription of 10 shillings to have access to the library. With this payment, you can have access to tons of books without the need to buy them yourself. Because so many people were able to have access to books this way, ordinary people in Philadelphia became learned and informed. Yes, Benjamin Franklin's library made him money, but that's because it gives so much more value to the people. You cannot build your own future without helping others to build theirs. So many young people in our world today want to make money and be rich. Unfortunately, most of these people only focus on what they wish to get, the money. You will do yourself a great favor by doing the opposite of what most people do. Stop focusing on what you want to get. Start focusing on what you can give. Start looking for ways to help someone solve a problem. Start looking for ways to provide a solution to the problem of 1,000 people. If you can figure out how to solve a problem for 1,000 people, then you will know how to solve the same problem for 100,000 people or even 1,000,000 people. You cannot build your own future without helping others to build theirs. On Saturday, 5th of August 1899, Henry Ford started his first automobile company. It was named the Detroit Automobile Company. Ford's objective was to figure out how to produce an automobile that could be affordable to the ordinary people of America. Unfortunately, the Detroit Automobile Company failed and was dissolved in January of 1901, after losing about $2.7 million. With the money Ford raised from 12 investors, Ford's next attempt was the Henry Ford Company, which was started in November of 1901, but that too did not succeed. Then on Tuesday, June 16, 1903, the stubborn Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company. After years of failing and burning money, Henry Ford finally figured out how to mass-produce automobile at a low cost. Henry Ford's discovery, which came as a result of his personal sacrifices, wasn't only beneficial to the automobile industry. After Ford discovered his method of mass production, almost every other industry started using his methods. That is why today, you and I are not only able to afford an automobile, we can also afford many other things which were only for the rich before Henry Ford cracked the code of mass production. Needless to say, by the 1940s, Ford had risen to become the richest person on the planet. At the time of his death in 1947, the automotive pioneer's net worth was reported to be around $200 billion. Henry Ford didn't become rich because he wanted to become rich. He became rich because he contributed in a great way to the progress of humanity. You cannot build your own future without helping others to build theirs. What are you contributing? What values are you adding to your generation? Which problem are you angry about solving? These are the important questions you must ask yourself, because creating wealth or becoming successful is more of a matter of what you want to give than what you want to get. Stop thinking about what you can get. Start thinking about what you can give. You cannot build your own future without helping others to build theirs.